Hello there. Today I'm going to explain the Dashie iceberg as best I can. For those of you who don't know what an iceberg chart is, it's a chart of known things about someone or something, with the top layer being the well-known stuff and the bottom obviously being the lesser-known stuff. For those who don't know who Dashie is, he's a YouTuber who I watch very frequently and is one of the people I credit for inspiring me to create my own YouTube channel. I also want to give a huge shout out to you/Neon Pizza Man for describing a few entries on the chart that I wasn't sure about. Alright, I'll shut up and get on to explaining the chart, so without further ado, let's go. Start with the first layer, the homie Yosh. Yoshi, aka the homie Yosh, is Dashie's best homie and is who he'd often play as in Mario games. In other words, Yoshi is Dashie's favorite Mario character. Donkey B.A. Donkey Kong, aka Donkey B.A., is one of Dashie's biggest rivals. Is Dashie's biggest rival in video games. They often race, trade vicious glares, even fight each other in games from time to time. What's interesting to note is that Dashie and Donkey Kong weren't always hated enemies with one another. Dashie himself has even admitted they used to be allies. It is theorized that the Mario Kart 8 rival system is what turned Dashie against Donkey Kong and Toad, as they are listed as Yoshi's rivals in that game. It's also unlikely that their rivalry will never end. BB. BB is the name of Dashie's dog. Sadly, she passed away at the age of 13 in 2019. Dashie would show her on camera from time to time. Tina. Tina is one of Dashie's supposed ex-girlfriends. He often takes pauses before and after saying her name, as she's apparently broken in his heart. It was later revealed that this Tina doesn't actually exist, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Dashie pausing before and after saying her name is still a running gag on the channel today. Jif. Jif is the brand of peanut butter that Dashie despises. Anytime he hears the word, sees it, or anything else, he'd yell, "Jeff!" very loudly. Barney. Barney is the dinosaur's recurring villain in Dashie's older skits. In said skits, Barney is depicted as someone who hates snitches and has tried to kill Dashie a few times. Not for reals, obviously, because they're skits, but that's beside the point. In one of the Mario Maker episodes, it is brought to Dashie's attention that someone had been talking smack behind his back. Dashie then had whoever it was come over to him and say their smack to his face. When Dashie learned it was none other than Barney, he immediately shut up and it felt instant regret. Homies. Homies are a mix of Dashie's favorite video game characters or real people that he is friends with. A few such people that he's friends with are T. Pendel, Lamar Wilson, Corey X. Kenshin, and so on. Skits. When Dashie isn't uploading gameplays, he'll occasionally do skits such as Hanging with Dashie, which I'll talk about more later, the Ghetto series, the latter of which depicts him in certain roles in real life, such as Chef, which is his most popular Ghetto series, Teacher, and so on. Oranges. Oranges refers to the way Dashie spells it. Spells oranges, and he also does this with the word cat, but I'll get to that one later. For those wondering, Dashie has once spelled oranges, Orenges, as seen here. Similar to different way that he spells cat, which again, I'll get to later. Freestyles. Freestyles are usually when Dashie either starts to sing or rap to the melodies of certain music in games, with Geometry Dash having the most freestyles. One of Dashie's freestyles from his Clock Tower gameplay even got a trap remix as well. Satan. Satan is a recurring character in Dashie's Mario Maker videos, even though he's usually only heard. The first time Satan was actually seen was during one of Dashie's older Mortal Kombat videos. The character Shinnok came corrected, causing Dashie to say that Shinnok turned into Satan. In reality, it was just him. Shinnok had been corrupted. Satan has also appeared in Cuphead, which is one of Dashie's favorite games. In the Mario Maker series, Dashie and Satan seem to have a love-hate for each other, with it being mostly hate. And Dashie also believes Satan created the Geometry Dash level known as Finger Dash. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a type of animated videos Dashie used to do, just like how he did with skits, and it's based on the namesake video game franchise. The second layer. Triple S's. Triple S's are a line of spikes, 3 to be exact, that are usually hard to jump over. The worst of their appearances being in Geometry Dash. Dashie has even sung about them a couple times during his Geometry Dash gameplays. Dashie especially hates the upside down triple S's in that game. T-Dub. T-Dub is one of Dashie's in real life friends who has worked with him quite a lot. T-Dub is usually the person who'd make the beat in a lot of Dashie's official music, hence why Dashie often says T-Dub at the start of a lot of his songs. Gooder Than a Bee. Gooder Than a Bee is one of Dashie's official songs. Of all of Dashie's music, this is his most popular song, and with Dashie's friends Teependale and Sport appearing in the music video as well. Lou is one of the main creators of Dashie's levels, and is more often than not the one who'd clear levels before Dashie plays them in Mario Maker. Dashie seems to have a love-hate for Lou, as he sees him more of a rival than an official enemy. Mixtape release date. Dashie has often been asked when he will drop his mixtape. Dashie ended up choosing a random date. More specifically, he chose the year 3022, which is a very long time from now, to put it lightly. And surprisingly, even Microsoft once asked Dashie about his mixtape on Twitter, much to Dashie's surprise. Dennis. Dennis is another one of Dashie's real-life friends. Dennis is known for animating parts of some of Dashie's gameplays from time to time, and it has been quite some time since Dennis last animated a Dashie clip. Lori. Like with Tina, Lori is also one of Dashie's supposed exes. And also like with Tina, Dashie would pause mid-sentence whenever he'd either see her name or accidentally say it due to his bad memories of her. Ghetto parties. Dashie would occasionally add ghetto parties and bottles of water to freestyles from time to time, with currents usually being in his Mario Maker gameplay videos. Meters. Meters usually indicate when Dashie is losing his cool and getting frustrated in Mario Maker, and Dashie has a lot of these, ranging from next meter, which indicates how close Dashie is to nexting a level, to rage meter, how close Dashie is to raging, and stress meter, obviously implying how stressed out he's getting, and so on. Sixth is the way Dashie would usually say the word sixth, but he added an F into the word for some reason. The third layer, Piggy Dude, aka Chris Walker, is an unforgettable enemy from Outlast. It is probably the most memorable horror video game villain Dashie has faced. Fan games. There are quite a few fan-made video games based around Dashie. Speaking of which, Dashie himself has even played a couple of the aforementioned video games. Michael. Michael is a character that Dashie created that really likes blueberries. Cat. Cat refers to the way Dashie once spelled cat, with him accidentally adding 2 A's into the word, and has become a gag on the channel, just like oranges. Blue Beats. If you've been watching Dashie for a long time, you'll know that he used to wear Blue Beats headphones for a good while. till one day they gave out and stopped working on him, and Dashie began wearing red headphones ever since, and still wears said red headphones today. Hanging with Dashie. Hanging with Dashie is another very popular skit Dashie's made. The skits usually involve Dashie and his friends sport, going to Yogurtland, malls, and many other places. Dashie took a hiatus for a while before uploading episode 34 after 5 years of the aforementioned hiatus. Broken Xbox. Broken Xbox is the old tagline Dashie used to use for his Facebook, which he hasn't posted on since 2016. The letter 3. Letter 3 is when Dashie accidentally called the letter 3, and people really let him have it about it. I personally can kind of understand why Dashie accidentally got the words number and letter mixed up, as I've done that myself a few times as well. Chris. Chris is one of Dashie's real life friends who hasn't been shown on camera for some unknown reason. The fourth layer. 555. 555 is the number Dashie uses whenever he'd make a custom phone number. More specifically, the number would be 555-. It's very unlikely the number is an actual phone number. YouTube Rewind. YouTube Rewind is a yearly video that YouTube themselves upload to reflect on a previous year, with it usually being very hated, especially the 2018 version. Dashie appeared in a Rewind episode once. I myself haven't seen it, so I don't know which one Dashie appeared in. Google commercial. Google did a commercial to advertise gaming on the go with their Pixel phone and Google Stadia, and they had none other than Dashie be the one showing it all off. Dashie without a hat. Dashie has never been seen without a hat on. And though there is a picture of him supposedly not wearing a hat, he has gone on to say that the aforementioned picture is actually fake, thus shutting down theories of that being what he looks like without a hat on. Official mixtapes. Official mixtapes are albums of Dashie's music that didn't get released in almost 100 years from now, as the other dates Dashie said he'd drop his mixtape are in 2032, which is only 9 years from now, as of October 2023. Logic Mario Kart rematch. American rapper and singer Logic has actually challenged Dashie in video games before, such as in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Maker 2, Street Fighter, and so on. They seem to be good friends, so it's likely that Dashie and Logic have a pretty friendly rivalry going on, though it's been some time since Logic last played a game alongside Dashie. The fifth layer. Hashtag Ask Some. Hashtag Ask Some is a bunch of older Q&As Dashie did during the early stages of the 2010s. Most recent Ask Some being uploaded in February 5th of 2014. In most recent Q&A videos, even though they weren't officially titled Ask Him, Dashie revealed his good friend Eddie, which was the old guy that appeared in skits, has unfortunately passed away in 2022, making it to the age of 100 years old. Dashie appeared in a Nintendo video. There's been a time that Dashie appeared in a Nintendo video once, being that I myself haven't said video yet. I don't know which video that Nintendo made that Dashie appeared in. Random thoughts. Sometimes when Dashie is playing a game, as either being or paused the level, he'd occasionally have a little conversation talking about random thoughts and or memories he's had. Before They Were Famous video. The channel Before They Were Famous is a channel that basically describes what someone's life was like before they became famous, and the channel has even done one of their aforementioned videos on Dashie before. Minosaur. Minosaur is a character from Transformers that Dashie voiced in Transformers Prime Wars trilogy. The sixth layer, or sixth, if you want to call it. The Wacky Bunch. The Wacky Bunch is a series on YouTube that Dashie also voiced a character for. Wrecking Ball, Naked Reaction. Just Dashie reacting to the video for the song Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. Not much else to explain on this one. Uncle Dash. Dashie's revealed that his sister does have a son of her own, thus making him an uncle in his family. Dashie Games channel origin. Dashie didn't initially start YouTube doing gameplays, as he used to do comedy sketches first, then creating the gaming channel we know and love today in September of 2011. It still uploads very frequently on the gaming channel today. Final layer. Twisted Metal incident. This refers to the time Dashie accidentally said the N-word during his Twisted Metal gameplay. NWB concert. The NWB concert is a clip of Dashie, Sport, and Shadow T singing that Dashie put in the 64th episode of the first Mario Maker series, more specifically at the 13 minutes 23 seconds mark. It is unknown when said clip is recorded or why Dashie put in said clip and never used it again. Tina doesn't exist. During a podcast episode, Dashie revealed that Tina doesn't actually exist, and the pausing after her name was a running gag The same gag is still used from time to time, just not as often anymore. Ghetto Mechanic. Ghetto Mechanic is one of Dashie's older skits. Dashie has taken the video down for some reason. Nobody knows why. Dashie's hair. Back to that thing. Nobody's seen what Dashie's hair looks like, because how he wears some form of a hat all the time. The supposed picture of him without a hat has been confirmed to be fake by Dashie himself. Best Cry Ever Auto-Tuned. Best Cry Ever Auto-Tuned is a meme clip that Dashie has used during his Mario Maker gameplays before, but he's only used said clip ever once, as far as I know. Unlisted JD gameplays. The unlisted JD gameplays are some videos of Mario Kart and Mario Party and Gang Beasts that JD did with Dashie that are now unlisted. The reason that the videos have now become unlisted is currently unknown. Outro. Thanks for watching. I try to explain the entries on the iceberg as best I can, with any knowledge that I know of regarding the specific events. This was actually quite hard to make, as there are a few things I wasn't too sure about. So any entries that I may have missed are because I forgot to ask about them. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you want more content like this, and as always, take care and I'll see y'all next time.